One of the pet peeves that I see in my office is when somebody interrupts somebody else. Practice not interrupting at all. Practice listening to understand. Prepare yourself. How do I shut myself up when I feel like I'm interrupting? I saw this great t-shirt you might like. It says, "Help, I'm talking and I can't shut up." Imagine they're telling the story in a way that you don't agree with. Are you strong enough right now to hear their story without interrupting? Can you allow them to be wrong in your mind? Are you in a healthy place where you can allow them to have a different opinion and a different perspective and a different point of view? Can you allow this difference to help you understand them and their perspective? Do you feel like you have to correct them? Pay attention to what that does to the power dynamic in the relationship. When you correct them, you're telling them, "I am right, you are wrong." How do you think that's going to go? Go ahead and visualize this one all the way to the end of the conversation. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? Now go back and stop yourself from interrupting whenever possible. The person talking probably sees the interruption as rude, inconsiderate, offensive in some way. That tends to be universal. If you're somebody who tends to interrupt, please work on that. Work on not interrupting. Practice not interrupting. Remember that the person who is talking about an emotional event or situation, when we're in talker and listener roles, a talker has 4 sentences to make their point before the listener tells them what they heard the talker say. So you have 4 sentences. Think before you speak. Figure out what you want the takeaway to be. As the listener, approach this with humility. Remember, you're missing 30% of what the talker says. An additional 30% you're warping through your own filter. As the listener, you're missing 60% of what they say. You're not accurate. Lower your walls, check your ego at the door. You don't listen well as a human being. As a listener, if you're having a hard time listening, you always have the right to say, "I'm having a hard time listening right now. Can we take a break?" You can also remind the person who is talking of the limit of 4 sentences. Watch the tone in your voice when you ask for this. Make sure neither of you is being aggressive or doing attacks that are subtle or nuanced.